guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm making these tags. So this is the final video for my July summer hop. So follow the hashtags over through Instagram and you will find everybody's creations. So I'm using the tag Your It die from FAWN, and I'm using the largest one, and then I'm using Beach Chicks or Chickies from Mama Elephant, and I used my 4-inch my 6x4-inch card base to cut out the tags just because it's a thicker cardstock than any other ones that I have. And then I'm working out my placements for all my images on the tags. So the inspiration for this video was actually some tags that I found on Google when I just googled the name of the stamp, and it was so cute. But the only difference is she did sky border or cloud borders, and then like the sand border, and she did a lot of ink blending. So I wanted to change it up a little bit. So it took me a while, but I did a couple of attempts to make the sand look more realistic, and eventually, I think after maybe the 4th or the 5th attempt, I finally got it. So I absolutely loved it. So, like I said, I'm just working out where all my images are going to go and what images I'm going to be using. I wasn't really going to put any sentiments on because I was like, if they don't have enough room, it's fine. But apart from that, that's it. So, like I said, I'm just going to do this. I asked a couple of people over on my social media pages if the sand that I made looked realistic, because originally I was just going to use my sand embossing powder, and it was really bad. It didn't look like sand to me, and I was very picky, I guess you could say. So I asked a lot of people, and they're like, oh yeah, it looks like sand, and it's like, oh, it's shiny sand. And I'm like, well, you don't really see shiny sand, it's a little weird. So eventually, like I said, after maybe the 4th or the 5th attempt, I finally managed to figure it out. So I'm going to label the back of these with numbers so I know what images go with what, just because I'm very good at confusing things. So, and I was going to use the lighthouse, but I changed my mind at the last minute just because, you know, I didn't know how to make it look realistic. So, yeah. So that was that. So as you can see, I'm like, no, change that. So I used the little chick with watermelon. I don't know why. But there you go. So once I've done that and worked out all my placements, I'm using Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide to use for the sky. Normally I probably would use my Summer Sky Memento ink, but now that I have some distress inks, I am using them a little bit more often. So yeah, I'm just going to do some basic ink blending, and then for the sand, I used some Distress Texture Matte Paste, and the Memento inks, which is in Desert Sand and Peanut Brittle, just to get the colour that I want. And then once I've done that, I apply it to the outlines where obviously I'm doing up to. But for the third tag, I actually need to do a sea color blend. So I used Bahama blue, and then I think it's DANUBE blue. Don't know how you pronounce it, so don't quote me on that one. But yeah, so I'm going to insert some music and speed this up, guys, so you don't have to sit through a really long video. But let me know if you think the sand looks realistic, because once I finish doing the distress paste, I actually add the embossing powder, but I don't heat set it, so it still has the texture, just not the shine that comes with it. So let me know if you think it looks realistic or not. I finished ink blending, I'm now going to stamp my images using some TUXEDO black ink, and I'm going to use some PROMARKERS to colour in. All the colours I use will be linked in my description. I'll also insert a time frame of where to skip to for after the colouring if you don't want to watch this. And then once I finish colouring, I just die cut all my images with the coordinating dies. So I'll see you when I've done that. So once I finished and die cut everything, I then bring in all the sentiments. So I used all the sentiments from the set, just working out what worked in what position. And now I'm working out the placements again. So I use the 3D foam adhesive squares to prop up the chicken on the towel and also the brolly. And then I use NUVO Precision Smooth Glue to adhere the other elements. But I did end up bringing in my multi-matte medium off screen just to make sure it was extra stuck and extra strong, because I didn't realize how much of this texture was actually going to affect how my images stuck down. So that's something to be cautious of, guys. So yeah. So let me know, do you think the sand looks like sand, or do you think I should have heat embossed and heat set this? But I think it turned out really cruel. Cruel? It's a new word. But I think it turned out okay. So yeah, I used the Sending Lots of Sunshine sentiment for the towel, the sunbathing little chick. Normally I would add embellishments and stuff, but I just didn't want to take away from the texture of the sand and stuff, so that's why I didn't. I do bring in glossy accents and Wink of Stella a bit later. So yeah. So I used, like I said, I used the Sending Lots of Sunshine for that that tag. So I think the sea definitely looks more like sea now. I think I'm really happy with that. So you'll have to let me know what you think. So I used the Hey Cutie for the little chicken with the little crab flying the kite. I used the Wishing An Amazing Day with the little chicks playing in the sand, and enjoy the little things when the little watermelon and the little paddling chicken. So I love how these turned out. I think this is like one of my favorite things that I've done. Like sometimes I get an image in my head of what I want things to go like, and they never work out like I plan them to. And when they do, I just feel 100 times better. So, but I still probably don't like summer. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of it. I can't help it, guys. I'm a natural ginger, so being in sunlight kind of is painful, I guess you could say. So I can't really sit out in the sun and enjoy it. So I tend to stay indoors most of the time. So yeah. But that's it for this video. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Follow me over on my social media. Go and check out everybody else's creations. The hashtag is hashtag Summeraspired. So all you have to do is type that into Instagram's search engine and it'll come up with everybody's creations. So I hope you guys enjoy those. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I love having people here. And also comment down below if you think this all looks realistic or not. So here's the close-ups. As you can see, there is definitely a lot of texture for that sand. To get the darker shades into that texture paste, I literally just took the edge of my ink and dabbed it in and then swirled it around a little bit. So that's how I got that effect, if you're wondering. But apart from that, that is it for the video, guys. I hope you are staying safe and happy crafting.